So it looks like the regressives have just bungled their way into the best narrative about the failure of Solo, a Star Wars story, because it's flopped at the box office and the lead actor is a white man. Therefore, our movies about white men box office poison. That is fucking perfect. Yes, buddy. Yes, Scott Mendelsohn. They absolutely are. Yes, Scott, that's exactly the message we should give Hollywood. No white men. In fact, what we need is just increasing diversity, increasing representation, increasing social justice in all of your films. Everything that Hollywood produces should be 100% social justice focused. That's what's going to save Hollywood. That's what's going to stop the Star Wars franchise from sucking balls. That's what's going to get asses in theaters. Do it. Fucking do it. It's ironic that the first failure of the new Star Wars era is the one with the white guy in the starring role. I watched Solo and it was shit. It was really dull. It was amazing as well that they could turn Han Solo into a beta who doesn't even get the girl. It's like Han Solo is a fucking lady killer. What are you doing? I can't even remember something he did that was productive and useful in the plot of the movie either. It seemed to be other people around him actually doing things that needed to be done. But the only thing is probably the escape out of the, like, spoilers by the way, escape out of the black hole chasm thing that ate the tentacled monster. That's the only thing that he did that was of any real use that I can remember. Other people seem to solve the other problems, which is really fucking passive for someone like Han Solo. So did Solo, a Star Wars story, disappoint because it had a white male lead? Probably not, given how you're always complaining that the big films have white male leads, and that you want to replace the white men in these big films as the lead. Would that it was so simple. You can throw a whole bunch of recent starring white male lead blockbuster releases at me without even dipping into comic book superheroes like blah blah blah. Disney has had the year's biggest hit in Black Panther and the year's biggest flop in A Wrinkle in Time, and both films were helmed by black directors featuring majority-minority casts. The author concludes that Solo just isn't an event in the same way that The Last Jedi, Black Panther and Wonder Woman were, and I agree. And once the event's gone, you now have nothing. You don't have an audience. You don't have a base, a grassroots who love the new Star Wars films. What you have are a bunch of noisy activists online who love it when you pander to them. Now you have no choice but to continually pander, and if you think that's not going to be a strategy with diminishing returns, good luck to you. In the end, Solo had little to offer that was fresh and had little sell beyond being a movie that happened to be part of the Star Wars universe. But in 2018, an event movie featuring a generic white guy in the lead is that much less of an event movie, and merely being a big budget fancy spectacle isn't enough. Yeah, but you're also not taking into account the context of the previous couple of Star Wars films that have been infused with feminist nonsense, and people are getting fucking sick of it. Which is why you had to talk about a boycott in this article that you thought obviously had nothing to do with anything. And I'm sure it didn't. I'm sure the next Star Wars film that's going to be staffed entirely by transgender black midgets is going to be an absolute rollicker and is going to pack out the theatres. It's not that people don't like diversity, it's that they're not interested in Han Solo because he's a fucking white guy. Giving certain demographics a still too rare opportunity to root for the heroes that look like them can help create demographically specific event movies. Thus, from a certain point of view, nice use of postmodernism here, white male movie stars may indeed be box office poison. Yeah, that's correct. It's the white male movie stars that are the poison. It's not the social justice being the event around the film, being the reason that the film exists. It's the white males. That's it. Good job. You should, like I said, you should take all of the white males out of your movies.